Hello, my fob. I hate the margin. I've picked up more military speak since leaving the military than I ever had in it, but I operated from vernacular rather older than normal. And that's all right. I know I'm not the only to think like I do out there. But you're not alone. Even helping someone watch their home and make sure their cat eats can be a good thing. That's what I'm doing. This cat tries to eat my breakfast when I remember it. But you are still needed, even for simple things. Patrolling your local means you too. You get to be where you are. You get to be paying attention. You get to push back when they want to push lies. If they try to tell you you don't remember something and you know you do, either push back or walk away. Don't let them convince you stay if they're the ones not believing a truth you say. It's not worth it being gaslit every day. It's really not. Because then the burden becomes on us to show what we thought or what we remembered, or that we're really not liars. Meanwhile, those who squawked first are often believed. Whistleblowing's only a thing if there's truth in it. Otherwise, it's virtue signaling. My ex's own ex virtue signaled, just like he did. And she'd be believed because of how she did it. I don't play games like they do. I play them like my father, which means not at all. I might argue with a friend on who gets to pay, but I also know if I don't beat her to the register, I'll just pay her back another way. I'm watching her cat, and she asked if I wanted anything, and I told her no, and then I got my own groceries. The cat did not run away while I brought everything in, which was a good thing. But you get to matter too, okay? Even if it's because one animal likes their human so much that they will refuse to eat without some assurance in place that their human will come back and still exists for that. But there's other ways you matter too. I mean, of all things, pick the wisdom you want to continue and then put it where it can be found. Not everyone finds everything, but all it takes is for one person to see. Maybe God has something for you. Maybe you have to look to see what He's placed. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even see what He's placed for me. I try to. I do try to. And I know many, they get tired of being used. I know what it's like. But giving up is not where you get peace. It's where you get quiet, but you always have that remembering in your head of, I stepped down from something. I can remember the breastplate of righteousness, but I'd been thinking the sword of truth. I can't remember verses worth shit. But I can remember the lesson, or most of it. A devotion today led me to wanting to look up the actual armor of God, spiritually, that is. We might never see Satan on earth, unlike the show of Supernatural, where there's vessels and things. There's other ways evil is felt and heard and seen or observed. There's other ways for truth to be heard. All we have to do is one good thing, and then find the next. For me, it was finding the sword of not truth, but of the Spirit. God is who fights our battles. We are girded. I always used the truth as a belt until my ex acted. And then it became the only thing I had left to defend with. And so I attacked my life with it. To remain honest and truthful. That got weaponized too. So I know I'll be working on myself to turn it back into the sword of the Spirit and the belt of truth. That I get to protect myself with truth. That I don't have to act. I don't have to attack with the truth. I get to stand there and reflect it back. I didn't remember the shield because I don't have a physical shield. The husband is supposed to shield the wife, and the wife protect the husband in ways. They're supposed to help each other. I didn't get that. I got lies. That you're out there, you're better. You're wanting to be better. Don't let people use you. Please. It's very tiring. It's more than tiring, really. But if you can remember the sword of the Spirit, that God fights our battles, and all we have to do is stand there and let Him, and protect ourselves how we can and those around us. The sword and the shield, the armor and the plating, the helmet. Don't forget what guards your brain. Satan loves to attack again. So I've got a cat to pet and dinner to eat for remembering. But you're worth it. Everything. Okay? And not just because you signed up and put your name on a dotted line. Not just because you joined the military. Not just because you did the hard thing. More people should remember the quotes of our forefathers. That freedom is, what is it? The tree of freedom is watered with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Not all patriots get to live through what's needed, but one would hope more tyrants fail for patriots acting. We may not always look pretty, but we know what's worth fighting for. Anyone can look up my service, and there's reasons I don't post my name. But anyone could look up my service who chose to, even just as a demographic thing, and find that, I went nowhere. I did nothing. But I have training behind me. My body broke in boot camp, and I hate that. But God let me have my dream for 3 years. And I pulled back because I'm not going to weaken my core by fighting to stay in when I couldn't trust my body. I felt like I was acting dishonorably at that point, and I had to ask for separation because I wasn't getting better. I'm still not. Last night my hip didn't want to work. Long enough that I ended up not going to church. Which did lead me to devotions and such to thee, which led me to fixing my understanding of the armor of God. I am Christian. I am happy for that. God's the reason I'm alive at all. Please let Him keep you alive too. He wants to. We're needed. Not just for those immediately around us. You don't have to be overseas to die to tyranny. I didn't go look, and not ashamed of that fact. I didn't go look. But a 21-year-old Marine died to a violent criminal who has not yet been held account of his actions. Mercy to the enemy is tyranny to the innocent, yes. But if we can't fight within the law to make our country the republic it is, to remember our roots and what we are, it's all well and good to join the military. But when we die to our own tyranny, every generation puts in something. This is just the culmination. Every generation has allowed it to reach such. Every generation where we softened truth. German fairy tales are nothing like Disney fairy tales. But for us, it's a culture thing, and it's pretty for the babies. All right, well, where's the 10-year-old version? You've got the toddlers covered. Please don't die. Please stay alive. It's not just Marines are dying. You're needed. Living. Satan wants you dead. You can ask him why. Or you can start to live like you know you matter, even when you don't believe it. If you know there's duty out there and someone needs to do it and no one is, step up, please, I beg you. It will give you purpose, if only for a time. It may give you back drudgery. It may give you back boring. That if we can hold the line until enough more stand up and move, we have to. Please stay alive. I mean it.